Hello everyone, I'm Andre from Kidscode. I hope you're ready for a new tutorial because today we're going to take a look at the utility block, which, to put it in a very simple way, is a sort of Swiss knife that you're going to use to create your own content. Let's get started. After you picked up the block from the inventory, simply place it down with your right mouse button. Right-click the block and you'll see the different features it has to offer. They range from text editing and text display to resetting whole exercise areas, deleting them, and much more. Let's start with the most basic features such as text editing. Click the Display Text button and you'll be prompted with this interface. Here, you can type in your text or copy-paste it from the internet as you would do in any regular text editing software. Make sure you select English as your typing language before writing down anything. If you want to type in another language, users will have to set their Kidscode launcher accordingly in order to be able to read your texts. So here are my instructions. Always keep them simple and straight to the point for as long as you can. Now that I'm done writing them, I press the Save button so they won't get deleted if I close the interface, and then I'm going to press this Lock button. The lock will switch the utility block from the Edit mode to a Ready to Use mode. And before I forget, let's go back to the main interface and type in the exercise number to which this block will be attached. I'm simply going to put exercise 1. Now, if I pretend to be a regular user and I right-click the utility block, this is how I'm going to see the text. It's pretty neat, isn't it? Now let's say I want my students to answer a question. Let's go back to edit mode, and this time I'm going to write down a question. When I'm done, I will simply tick the question box down here, then lock the utility block. And now, if I right-click the block, this is what I'll see. My question, and underneath I have a specific area for users to write down their answers. This will send the answers straight to our website for you to check them individually. Remember that students don't have access to their creative inventory. They rely on their teacher or on the game itself to give them specific blocks to complete one mission or another. So how do I proceed as a teacher if I want my students to get an infinite amount of gold blocks, let's say for a creative project that I'm doing? Open up the utility block, press the Infinite Chest button, then simply choose which blocks you want the students to pick up from the chest. The Infinite Chest allows them to help themselves for as long as they want. Don't forget to indicate the exercise number and lock the block once you're done setting it up. The last basic feature we're going to see is the Reset Area feature. Let's say you have an exercise where students have to break some blocks with their hands or with the KidSpot, but you also want to let them reset the exercise so they can try again in a different way. Open up the utility block, type in the exercise number, then press the Reset Area button. And right here, we are asked to indicate two specific coordinates. There's nothing to be scared about, we simply have to punch two different blocks. Press the Take Position button, then go on and punch two opposite blocks, preferably one which is a few blocks up and the other one which is in the ground. This will select our entire exercise area, and this way I make sure that the red blocks up in the air are also part of my selection. Now if I go back to my utility block, I can see the coordinates are automatically filled in. All I have to do is save them, then lock the block. And now, if I start destroying my exercise blocks, I can use the utility block to reset the area. It's as simple as that. Well, this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this introduction to the utility block, so make sure you try it out in your own worlds. And if you're too scared to jump straight into setting it up, try out our tutorial world to see the utility block in action. Stay creative and see you soon on Kidscode.